Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jing Jun. Today, I believe that everyone is using smartphones. But do you know, in the heart of the smartphone, tablets and computers, it lies a home of the million of transistors called microprocessors. Without them, the modern technology won't even exist. So today, we will be looking at the company that made all of it happen, Intel Corporation. You might be wondering, what does Intel stand for? Intel stands for Integrated Electronics. Back in 1968, Intel was founded by three founders, Gordon Moore, Robert Noyce, and Andy Grove. The story starts like this. In 1959, Robert Noyce has founded the very first integrated circuit. He knew that the integrated circuit has a huge potential in the future market. So he quit the Fairchild Semiconductor company with his fellow colleagues Gordon Moore, who found the Moore's Law and formed their own company, which called Intel. But before they called it Intel, they wanted to name the company as Moore Noyce. However, the name was so similar with the phrase Moore Noyce, so they decided to use Intel instead. So, after 60 years of creation, Intel has encountered numerous ups and downs. Back in 1968, Intel was founded, and after 6 months of creation, they launched their very first product, which is the 3101 Schottky Bipolar RAM, which can store up to whopping 64 bits, which is a very large amount at the time. In 1971, one of the engineers of Intel, Ted Hoff, had found a way to cram 2,300 transistors on a very small integrated circuit. This helps Intel to have a step on the strong foundations of modern computing. The inventions of Ted Hoff is equivalent to the ENIAC computer, which is the size of a room at that time. But in 1980, Intel faced serious challenges by their rivalry AMD. Gordon E. Moore, the CEO at that time, decided to launch a campaign called the Intel Inside campaign. In this campaign, one of the products launched is the Intel Centrino. It is not just a microprocessor, but it is also a fully functional platform.
This symbol outside means you have the standard inside that an entire library of software has been written to. The Intel microprocessor. Think of it as a library card that lets you run the software of today and tomorrow. So check out Computers with Intel, the computer inside.
This helps Intel to boost their revenue drastically the next year. In 2017, Intel hits another setback as Samsung overtook it as the largest semiconductor company in the world. But in 2018, Intel was still ranked as the 46th largest company in the world. For information, Intel is an American-based company at Santa Clara, California in the Silicon Valley. After many years of expansion, Intel has more than 80,000 employees wearing the blue badge and has 200 factories all around the world, such as China, Mexico, Ireland, United States, Malaysia, and Vietnam. So, right now, let's take a look about the Moore's Law. As I mentioned earlier, Moore's Law is founded by Gordon Moore, which is an observation of density of transistors on the integrated circuit. The company is expected to double the density of transistor on the integrated circuit every 2 years. So you can expect a better and a faster computer from Intel in the future. Now, the smallest microprocessor chips produced by Intel is the 14 nanometers microprocessor chips. To give you an idea how small is 14 nanometer is, it is almost equivalent to a thickness of a needle only. So, right now, let's take a look at the products of Intel. Back in 1961, the company has huge ambition to create RAM, ROMs, and memory cards. So they launched the Dynamic Random Access Memory, which is a very common use memory device at that time. But in 1971, the business model had changed as I mentioned earlier, the engineer has found a way to create the integrated circuit with tons of transistors on it. Now, in the market nowadays, one of the few most well-known microprocessor chips in the markets are the dual-core i3, i5, and i7. One of the products that the public might not be very familiar with is the solid-state drive. Solid-state drive is actually a drive that has 3 times better performance than a normal drive. So that's all for the introduction. Right now, we're passing on to my teammates to talk about the organization culture.